Ladies and gentlemen,
Okay.
it's time for.
So, I actually seen a little bit of this already. Um, Video Game Donkey put out a video that seemed kind of like it had a certain theme, right? It's a little goofy. Again, this is Video Game Donkey. Send him a like, subscribe. I'll have him a link down below in the description. Video Game Donkey, check him out. He's got funny content. His shit is all good. I'm glazing him hard as fuck, sucking him off, dude. Let's go. This shit's hilarious.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for us to talk about Video Game Donkey's videos about video games universe phase 18. Today I'm breaking down my entire plan for next year's videos.
So that's a game I'm really excited for. I don't have to Switch anymore, whatever. But maybe I'll have to get another one for Metroid Prime Beyond. Metroid 4. We're getting fucking Metroid 4 now, bro. That is crazy. Never in my lifetime did I think we were gonna see Metroid Prime 4. Like, for you youngins, we've been waiting for this. We've been waiting for another Metroid Prime.
I want to be completely transparent with you guys next year. No surprises. I want no twists, no curveballs, no saying this is Black Myth Wukong and then playing the far superior Black Ops 6. Little Donkey Bro Army, I have seen the future of AAA gaming, and it is mostly games where you hit people with a sword. And Nintendo Switch 2.
I got huge.
Look, I don't know what people are going to expect out of the Nintendo Switch 2, but it's probably not going to be that great. First of all, how long has Nintendo been betting on the fucking Switch? Like, seriously? Why haven't they released a new console sooner? It's going to come out and already be dog shit, especially when we got shit like this. Fucking Steam Deck. I don't know if you guys can see that. Just get a Steam Deck if you're a grown ass fucking man. I don't know why any grown ass man would get a Switch 2, to be honest with you. But I guarantee that thing's gonna come out and not be that great, especially when we already have a fucking literal PC handheld.
Leaks and huge news on Nintendo Switch 2.
They fucked up not
And
releasing
it
it
is supposed to
sooner.
release in late 2022, early 2023.
Ask and you shall receive. Nobody asked me to play Soul Edge for PS1, but that is what you will receive anyway as the first video in January.
That's so
because
funny.
I like Soul Calibur. And then we're going to be wrapping things up for the big January reveal of the Switch 2.
Nintendo has already started preparing the mass production for the next gen
Like,
Switch.
what are they thinking, bro? What is Nintendo thinking? What are they doing? Why would they wait so long? I don't even understand why they wait. But like, what? Why?
Which will be launched in 2021. So yeah, just a few months.
And what's crazy is that Nintendo at this point, what I think is, they are solely just selling to fucking parents for their children. Like, at this point, they are selling to kids, which, you know what, it's fine. It is what it is. But it's like, parents that don't know very much about video games buy a Nintendo Switch. That's what that is. The Nintendo Switch is like a first console for people at this point.
Essentially,
all of this stuff that went around in December was just wrong.
I've heard from very trusted sources that Switch 2 is going to be revealed in January. From big,
The double
big time,
screen,
like
bro.
the guy on Reddit said it.
There is actually a verified Reddit mod, which...
So the Nintendo Switch 2 leaks have
Dude,
gotten pretty...
that is so funny. We have heard so much shit about Nintendo Switch 2 for years. For years, bro. Dude, Sony and Microsoft are almost done with their generation. Like, Nintendo, you're like almost 3 generations behind almost. Like, Jesus, 2, sorry. One,
insane.
I don't know.
And
They actually have the Y and X buttons reversed from how Nintendo has them.
Nintendo Switch 2 is going to be a PlayStation 2 level event in gaming. The second
Oh
this
my
thing gets
God.
announced, I am throwing my PS5 Pro directly out the window.
is this Nintendo
I mean,
Switch
that's the
2?
shit I'm
Yes.
talking
Over on
about.
Twitter, there was a tweet.
That proves everything. The launch lineup for this thing is going to be pure insanity. New Elden Ring, that's a day one launch title. Witcher 4, that's a day one launch title with 4 times as many bugs as Cyberpunk.
There's a ton of third-party support in the pipeline,
Get ready to play modern AAA offerings on your Nintendo Switch system.
and a lot
I guaranteed that we are not going to. And I could be wrong. Shoot me dead if I am, but I guarantee that we are not going to be playing these games on the Nintendo Switch 2. Look at their technology now. Look at their Switch now that came out around PS4, right? And you're the shit that you can run on a PS4, you did not see on a Nintendo Switch. Anybody that thinks we're gonna see Ghost of Utah, hence whatever the fuck, I'm sorry to tell you, but it's probably not gonna be that great.
of different games from major studios are essentially just sitting and waiting to port their games to the next generation Nintendo console.
So there you have it. Bloodborne is a day one launch title for Switch 2. It's going to be 60 FPS, 5K.
And here is the logo. It's essentially Nintendo Switch with the Switch logo, but there's a 2 next to the logo.
Which confirms everything that I've been saying.
I really
Everything
do
about
wonder what they're
Switch
gonna
2 is
do
going
with
to be
that.
2 themed. Mario Odyssey 2, that's coming day one. Pikmin 4 2, that's day one. F-Zero, no, F1. But wait, there's more. Donkey Kong.
That's so funny that he says that, because if the joke is, for non-gamers out there, that Nintendo usually makes their games, like the titles of their games, around the console. So like the GameCube, no, that's a bad example. The Nintendo 64, a lot of the games that came out for it would be like Super Mario 64, what else? Donkey Kong Country 64, like just shit like that. So it's like that. It's funny that they're probably gonna, like, a lot of these first games that come out are gonna be like 2s and shit like that.
Big Banana Extravaganza, an all-new 3D Donkey Kong platformer made by the Mario Odyssey team. They
This
made
looks
2
like
games, and
shit.
they're both coming out day one. That's been confirmed.
So I'll put both
I don't
images
know what
up on
that
screen for
was,
you
but it
guys
looked
right
like
now.
shit.
That's the wheel from Mario Kart 9. That's day one confirmed.
There
Oh,
was a person
God.
on Reddit who
When a person on Reddit said it, it's gotta be true. Either all this is
And
right
that's the
or
thing too, is like you can't be going off fucking. I mean, Jesus criminy. They need to have like some way. They need to have like certain people that are allowed to like post shit about this, because not everybody is credible on fucking Reddit. Come on now, because Reddit said it. What the fuck?
it's gonna be like 1-2 switch and Funky Barn. January 17th, we're playing Dynasty Warriors Origins. You play as a woman hitting people with a sword, which is what I love so much about
It's a
video
chick?
games. Finally, we're going to learn the origins of Dynasty Warriors. And did you know that the first one was actually a one-on-one fighting game, just like Soul Edge?
I actually did not know
January 23rd,
that.
Of course, we're going to be playing Star Wars Episode 1 Jedi Power Battles Remastered. This game came from a different era in gaming where every game wasn't sword fighting. Only some of them were. Very brave of George to do this back then today.
We had a
January
lot of
28th,
games
of
like
course
that,
we're gonna
actually,
be
now that I
playing
think
Eternal
about it.
Strands. This is the second Strand type game where you are a woman hitting a tree with a sword. I love all the games that this reminds me of.
Okay, notice the theme here. Notice the theme here.
So let's all play Eternal Strands on the beach with Norman Reach. February 4th, of course, we're going to be playing Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. I love games like Skyrim where you're hitting everybody with a sword and dragons are...
I never played Skyrim. No, I lied. I played a little bit of Skyrim. Usually it was for mods to fuck around, but I've never beaten Skyrim, I suppose. Never got really into it. The mods are kind of cool, I guess. I never did a single campaign mission on Skyrim. Like, ever. And I probably never will.
flying everywhere. Dragon Age didn't have any dragons in the part I played, so February 14th, of course we got to be playing Assassin's
Ooh,
Creed
there's
Shadows.
a fucking stinker right there. If these guys are even a company by the time this comes out, I'll be surprised. Ubisoft, if you haven't heard, go look into how things are going for them guys, because it's a fucking joke.
Where you are a woman hitting people with a ninja sword. I'm really going to be focusing on the quality of the shadows in this game, and
I do have to say, we need more ninja games. We need more, I think. We don't have enough. We used to get a lot of ninja games, but there's not very many these days.
They stack up to the shadows from Shadow Generations. February 18th, of course I'm gonna have to be doing a video for Avowed. Definitely getting big Skyrim, hitting people with a sword type of vibes off this one. I love sword fighting.
I don't know. I think this game here, it looks a little too toony. And like, if I didn't like Skyrim, I don't know if I'll like this.
To be in every game every time, and it's just like Skyrim, and it makes you wonder why they don't do a Skyrim 2, which is coming to the Nintendo Switch 2 on day 1 confirmed. Did a February 12th we have to do a video about pirate Yakuza in Hawaii. In this game, you play as a Japanese gangster who becomes a pirate captain that can create clones of himself, and then he sails to Hawaii and teams up with
Oh, the Yakuza games are like, I feel like they're getting too extra. A ninja pirate Yakuza gangster with, I assume that's a monkey summon? What the fuck are we doing here?
with a giant boxing monkey. It does have
Like,
sword
what?
fighting, but I feel like it has too much stuff that
Dude,
isn't sword fighting for this.
The Yakuza games, when they first started out, they were, believe it or not, actually pretty serious games. And as they went on, they just got fucking goofier and goofier, dude.
This game to be successful next year. February 28th, of course we're gonna have to play Monster Hunter Wilds. This is a very innovative game where you can choose to be a woman or a man.
I've also never played any of the Monster Hunters. No, I played, what was the last one? Monster Hunter World. I played like the first 15 minutes of it. And I think I just didn't have the time to play it, or no, it was I had just had our kids around that time, so it was a bad time to really try to play that game because I was just getting into fatherhood and shit like that. So I pretty much stopped really playing video games. I didn't really have time for it, having kids and stuff like that. I just don't really have a whole lot of time these days for it, so I completely missed pretty much Monster Hunter World. I did play like the little bit of the beginning of it, but yeah, that's besides the point. Yapping.
And then hit monsters with a sword. I don't think they've done sword fighting in a game for a while, so it's going to keep things pretty fresh like Skyrim. In March, we're definitely playing
Notice the
South
theme.
of Midnight, where you play as a woman, you're hitting monsters with a sword. It's exactly the right kind of game. Then Switch 2 hit shelves, boom, we get Witcher 4. You're a woman hitting witches with a sword, but you gotta use the golden sword for aquatic monsters, I believe. OhNoZay, I love it. We're hitting with a sword. Ninjas are involved. The guy from OhNoZay 3 is involved. Ghost of Yoti looks phenomenal. We're doing ninjas for a change and hitting with a sword, kind of like Skyrim. Then I'm going to play
Notice the
Skyrim
theme.
for the first time. I've never played it yet. I've heard great things. To me, it sounds a lot like Skyrim. Then Fable is coming out. You're the woman from Fable 3 with a sword, hitting people with it. It's what we love to see. Then we got Black Myth Wu Chang, Fallen Feathers from the Butt of a Swan. It's a woman-based game.
This game actually looks cool as shit. This Wu-Chang game, it looked, from what I've just seen in this, it looks pretty
with
decent.
swords like Bloodborne and Sekiro, kind of got that ninja flavoring to it that we love to see. Phantom Blade
Like,
Zero.
it looks like the Souls game of like ninja shit, basically. Which we have Sekiro, but we need more of that.
Are a woman ninja hitting people with a sword. Project the Perceiver.
thought that was a
Now,
man.
this looks really interesting. You play as a woman ninja with a sword. You're hitting people with the damn thing. It's such an original premise. Where winds meet, you're a man ninja. Yeah. And you're hitting people with a sword like OhNoZay. And then I'm thinking we're going to close out this year strong with Intergalactic.
So here is another controversy right here. This fucking turd Now, I don't give a shit what the main character looks like. I don't care what if it's a guy or a girl or an ugly girl or an ugly guy or a good looking girl and a good looking, I don't care, whatever. If the game is good, I'll play it for sure. So we'll wait and see. I'm a strong believer of that. Don't always go by what people say. Play a game for yourself. Try it out. Always try it out before you judge, book by its cover.
This is the new game from Naughty Dog, which is one of the best studios. We're talking Crash Bandicoot, Jak and Daxter, Uncharted, Last of Us, I swear. Every time.
Why the fuck why can't they just they complain about not having IPs. Why can they not bring Crash Bandicoot back? They did a little bit, PS4 and shit, but make it a main priority. Why are we not idolizing him as the console mascot, dude? What the fuck?
Time Naughty Dog steps up to the plate, they hit a home run. But for some reason, I started getting this bad feeling when I was watching this trailer. We have a woman character, okay, probably a ninja, but why are we in a spaceship talking to people like Starfield? And I started thinking, I don't know, man. Maybe gamers were right. Maybe Naughty Dog is losing that magic touch. But then she pulls out a big-ass Skyrim sword and...
Oh, great video. Great fucking video. Again, that is Video Game Donkey. Sorry. Video Game Donkey. Go check him out. Seems we got an issue. A lot of games with hitting people with a sword. What is up with this uprising? Which I don't mind. I'm always down for hitting people with a sword. So we'll see. I hope these games are good.